Hello everyone, welcome back to Piedra Designs. This week we've got a piece of maple 6 by 2 mounted up on the woodworm screw. What I thought I'd try to do this week is turn up a pipe ashtray. I pre-drilled some holes in here on the drill press while this thing was still square. That just made that a whole lot easier. And I got this idea from Hugh over at Wouldn't It Be Nice. I saw him turn up a cigar ashtray a few months ago, and he had done that same thing. I thought that was a pretty cool idea. So we've got that done. Those will be the recesses for the pipe stem to rest in, or a cigar, I guess, if someone wanted to use this for a cigar ashtray. But my purpose is a pipe ashtray, and we're going to do something to the center of this that will help facilitate knocking the ashes out of a pipe. Let's go ahead and get this thing rounded out and get a recess put in the bottom. Going to be able to start turning at about 820. We are sanded up now through 400, and we've got our signature burned in the bottom of that. Time to clean this off with a little denatured alcohol. I've been trying to think of what the best finish for this would be, given its purpose as an ashtray. And for a pipe ashtray, in theory, it shouldn't get as much burning abuse as, say, a regular cigarette ashtray. But it is still going to be subject at times to some hot coals from the pipe. So I didn't think a finish of anything like polyurethane, lacquer, shellac, just straight wax finish. I didn't think any of those would be up to task. The best thing I could come up with that I have here in the shop is just going to be a boiled linseed oil finish. And I don't know, it may turn out that This was actually the worst thing to put on it, but being my first time making a wooden ashtray, we're just going to try this and see how it works out, and then how it holds up after it's used. Okay, so I think we're about ready for some sanding now. Gouge got away from me trying to get this top edge rounded over, so I'm gonna have to do a little bit of refinishing on the outside here. But you guys have already seen some of the sanding. I'll get sanded up through 400, and then we'll get a coat of boiled linseed oil on this, and we'll bring you back when we're ready for the final step on it. So we got that all sanded up, and we've got our coat of linseed oil on there. It is dry now. Obviously it hasn't had time to fully cure, but what we're going to do next is take this piece of cork and glue it with some E6000 onto the top of this projection in the center of the ashtray, and that will be for knocking the pipe on, knock the ashes out. And we'll just take this little piece of scrap wood and apply a little pressure to that. Make sure we're covering everything. We'll give that a little time to dry, and I'll get that cork trimmed up, and we'll come back and talk about this thing. So we have our ashtray done. This is out of a piece of maple, a pipe ashtray. It is 1.5 inches tall by about 5 5/8 diameter. As I said while we were finishing this, I'm not sure what kind of finish would have been the best for the purposes of this. I went with boiled linseed oil, and I'm really glad I did. I love the amber golden hue that added to the maple. We do have our piece of cork glued in the center for knocking the ash out of a pipe. One thing to let you all know the E6000 glue that I used on that for that cork did not work after I had left that set for an hour or whatever. When I released the pressure on that, the cork essentially just fell off. The only thing I can think is that the cork absorbed that glue into it before it actually had a chance to cure. So I cut another piece of cork and glued it on with medium CA glue, and that seemed to have worked. Anyway, that's it for this week. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment. I respond to everything. Be sure and share it around. From Piedra Designs, thanks for watching.